Hello, humans and pets. Today, we got some pizza.
Pizza.
I got some Little Caesars. There's the little spotlight for it.
Yeah, look at
We're
that.
going to open it up. Now, this is a deal that they have through the app. If you use the code, you get a 2-topping pizza for $5.99. There we go.
And it's been a minute since we've had a Little
Whoa.
Caesars. I almost dropped it.
Yeah, so we got sausage and jalapenos. That's what this guy ordered.
Well, I don't know about that. I just was making the joke because he's like, well, what do you want? And I'm like, I don't care what
Yeah,
you
I
pick.
asked him what he wanted, and he was making a joke when he said,
'cause I said, I don't
sausage
care.
and jalapenos.
That sounded good.
Yeah, it sounds great.
Yeah.
So that's what we're trying today. So
Really can't beat it. $5.99, a 2-topping pizza. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a great
good
deal.
deal.
It really is.
which I would recommend, honestly.
No matter what it tastes
depending
like.
on if it's good or not. Yes, no, if it's bad, don't get it. Right, but
I don't know any
One way
pizza
they
you
go.
can get for $5.99.
bad ones.
Mm.
But is this good?
Well, what do you think? Is it good?
There's a generous amount of toppings.
Mm-hmm. We say that pretty much about every time we come to our place.
Yeah, place does it right.
They really do.
So thank you, Little Caesars. What do you think?
I will say there's way more jalapenos than I expected.
Really?
I didn't expect them. I mean, look at that piece.
Yeah, I'll show you guys.
That piece is loaded with jalapeno.
Look at how many there is. I mean, this piece right there that I'm looking at has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. It has 10 pieces of jalapeno on it. And 6 sausage.
Mm-hmm.
7 sausage.
Yeah, that was 7, all right.
Thank you.
No, I'm just surprised at how many jalapenos
Yeah.
they have on it. I remember we got jalapeno, wasn't it the Domino's, and it barely had any. That's why I figured.
The jalapeno feta.
Yeah,
And it had no feta.
Mm-hmm.
For $5.99, it's a good pizza.
Again, you know, no one's ever suggested it, so we never did, but I understand there's pizza parlors out there that do a better job and stuff like that, but this has a nice zesty sauce. I mean, that was one of our complaints the last time we did Domino's, because it was more of a sweet sauce, and it wasn't great. This has
I like the more marinara-esque sauce over like a more like rustic, sweet, robust, whatever you want to call it.
right.
You know, that's just kind of like tomato paste.
Mm-hmm.
Which, if that's what you like, go for it. But
Right.
not me.
No.
So, I like it more like, so there's a substance to it and it's not just wet on your bread.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I like having like rather than taking bread and dipping it into tomato soup, I want like a solid, good sauce.
No, I agree.
Uh-huh.
And again, you know, granted, this is, I think you had to put a code in for this one, right? Like top this or something like that to do it. But there's a couple commercials on it, you know, saying, you know, they're actually funny because the guy's like, $5.99 for a large, how do you know?
That's hilarious.
All right. He's in one of them moods, so I guess I can't talk today.
No, I'm sorry.
No, I hear you.
It just didn't make me laugh when he did that.
No, I just like the commercial, and they say it like 6 times on it. So it's just, I don't know how long they're going to do the promotion. They usually keep it for a week or two anyways when they do stuff, but.
Is it one of those like, oh, I just got one of these? And it's like, you got one of these? It's like, yeah, I got one of these. You know, it's like, how much was one of these? You know, and it's
No.
like a back and forth against
No.
people.
No.
Or did they just say it 6 times?
They
without,
just
like,
kind of said it 6
Oh,
times.
wow.
But.
Okay. In that voice?
Mm-hmm.
All right. They got to recoup the Super Bowl ad money that they
Oh.
spent on the Super Bowl
With
ad.
the flying eyebrows.
Yeah, so they got to drop whatever that one was.
That's still the other choice. I think you can get the, you know, get 4 of them for $3 or whatever it is. The other coupon thing. I thought.
I don't.
What's the puffs?
I don't know.
I think the puffs are still there.
Yeah, the puffs are on the menu.
Mhm.
If you want to try them, they're good. We did a review on those if you want to see that. That's their newest item, right?
If there's any complaint, and it's not even a complaint.
No.
There's not as much sauce when you put extra sauce.
Correct. We did say extra sauce. I don't think there is extra sauce
No.
on here. It's just normal sauce, but you don't pay extra for it.
Correct.
So I respect that.
No,
you
right.
know, but I would like more sauce.
Again, it's not really a complaint because
Right.
they have a generous amount of sauce anyways. I just know Ryan asked if I wanted extra sauce, and I thought he checked it. I got to say that the jalapenos are actually making my nose run a little bit because they have so many of them. Like they have.
Well, that's how peppers.
Sometimes you get jar peppers and they're weak, and you can just eat them. You know what I mean? This actually has, because they have so many on there.
I don't know if I've ever had that with jalapenos though. I feel like jalapenos are always like
They got a bite.
they're always spicy. They always have a spice to them. They're never like over the top crazy.
No, but some jars are hotter than others though. You know, like when we used to run the runnings, sometimes they get a jar and they were Dutch, because I can also
shout
say,
out to Runnings, they do the bucket sale.
back when Walmart used to do it, they used to have I forget the name brand, I think it was like 3 Olives or something, were cut thinner. I think that's what it was called, the brand. And then they had another brand that the jalapenos were cut thicker.
Classic.
It might have been. But the thicker ones were always way hotter and way better than the other ones. And then they got rid of the thick ones, and now they got rid of both of them. So the only place I know left is Runnings.
When they're cut thin, there goes your pepper. You know, it's all in the juice. I mean, that makes sense.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. Like, sometimes you get different jars and have different levels of heat. These are actually very good.
Well, they might also be sourced differently, right? Because I'm pretty sure you can, like, depending on how you grow it or, like, which ones you grow it near or something like that, like, you can decide the spice value of the peppers.
Sometimes you get a hybrid with it, yeah.
Hence, like, why you have, or they just use a different, like, whatever it's called. You know, like if you use this seed, it's just a spicier jalapeno than this one. You know, because that's how they make it. It's the same way that blueberries or, you know, strawberries or whatever are created now. They're being made to be bright red, really, really large, or bright, you know, like a deep blue, really, really big. Versus the smaller ones. And that's just because they sell better.
Right.
But a lot of the times they don't taste as well.
I'll agree with that.
I mean, I haven't had a good blueberry.
Blueberry is
years, ever since they started selling the big ones.
Blueberry is a good example. And sometimes you get a decent one, but I can say, like, growing up, we had a wild blueberry bush in the backyard.
Oh, yeah.
And then our neighbors had the cultivated blueberries. And although theirs were huge and ours were tiny little guys, ours were way better. And they were more bitter and way better flavored.
It's the same reason why Brussels sprouts taste better now than they used to. It's you know, it's just how they do it. But yeah, a lot of fruit that just like, let's make it look what people want to buy. Right. And then they don't care about how it is. It's also like most of the produce here in New England is all frozen anyways.
It's funny you say
because
that.
Because we don't have.
When I took my father shopping the other day, that I've never seen green grapes as big as those things were.
Yeah, I mean, it
was like they were on steroids. They were huge.
They kind of are. You know. But yeah, you see that with bananas. I mean, we only sell yellow bananas in like most of the United States, and there used to be like hundreds of different variations of bananas with seeds, and there still are some, but like they're going extinct because nobody buys those because they're like, that's not a banana, it has seeds in it, or that's not a banana, it looks like a different shade, or it's not the long, you know, it's not as long, it's more thick, or whatever the case may be. But there's like a bunch of different types of bananas. And we're kind of destroying them all because we only grow this one that apparently doesn't taste anything like bananas taste. Apparently, like, real bananas that aren't like, I'm sure these are real bananas, right?
I don't know his theory going.
The bananas like that you can get if you like go searching.
Like if you went and picked them off a tree in a
jungle?
No,
because this is a different type of banana. It's a different like breed of banana, the ones that we get. But the actual bananas taste like banana candy. They taste like runts.
No, I don't know.
Like to a T, versus what we get, it's just kind of sad mush. No. Which is interesting. I haven't been able to try any other banana.
I was going to say I don't.
Plantains are different, but you know.
Those are good though. When they're fried up.
It's just like they're expensive where we're at.
Yeah.
But hey, you know, produce. But that could be why, you know, like a lot of these places, depending on where they source it from, right? Like these peppers are probably the same that Domino's has.
They're just good today.
Hut uses if they have. I don't know if they have.
They're good today, but they're on in abundance. That's why they're probably good today. Like it actually has a spice. I mean, that one I can't believe how many.
When you cook a pepper, though, you know, it lets it out.
Oh yeah.
You know. So.
But that's why to me, it because we like the spice anyways. I prefer this over a regular green pepper because you still get that green pepper taste, but you get the spice that comes along with it too when you cook it on a pizza like that. But that's just
I could see that. You know, like there you go. So you can see the pizza again.
Oh, so I wonder what you're doing.
But yeah, no, I don't know. I think I'd rather have a green pepper.
No,
I think I'd skip peppers and I'd go straight to mushrooms or onions.
Interesting.
I do.
I don't
onions.
think I've ever seen you get mushroom on a pizza.
I don't order pizza. When was the last time you saw me order pizza? That wasn't like for the channel.
Yeah.
That has toppings on it.
Well,
I don't customize my pizzas.
No,
But if I did, because it always costs more. That's what it bothers me. It's like, yeah, I'd rather just get like this already crafted like specialty pizza because it costs less than if I get 2 toppings on a normal one.
I'm trying to think because of all the times I ordered pizza, it was always either like just a pepperoni pizza or
Extra
like
cheese.
a 1 topping pizza.
Mm-hmm. Because
when I first started,
topping,
I
like
used
$8
or I would just do a combination or the house specialty they call it, and then so it has everything on it, and then I'm good. Or the places that do like meat lovers, I'll do a meat lovers, so it's just all one price, and you're not paying every time you add something.
Or I get like a barbecue
extra.
chicken or buffalo chicken. Right. I'm not ever getting like a, not one of the specialty already handcrafted.
Much
ones.
like you said, very few times though do we order. Like we didn't order out before this channel anyways. You know what I mean? So here and there we would grab like, something and that's it. But it wasn't like...
Whenever we would eat pizza, it would be somewhere that has pizza.
Well, that only makes sense.
Yeah, but we would never buy it.
No, occasionally, you know what I mean? But it was a rarity though. It was a rarity.
It would be like I was like at like the library and they had pizza there,
I hear you.
Or it was like stuff like that, which is fine. Pizza's fine.
Well, speaking of pizza,
it's good.
$5.99, 2-topping pizza. Get it while it lasts.
Yeah, great deal.
You can't beat that with a stick. Absolutely not.
Great deal. 2 toppings. Yep. So if you want 1 topping.
Yeah, because I think the only thing close is I think like Domino's has a coupon, and I think it's $10.99 for like a 3-topping pizza or something like that. It's the only thing that's close in price. Mm-hmm. But again, I do find I think we get more stuff on more toppings, better toppings when we go with these guys.
I also just like their crust.
I agree.
I like their sauce, and their cheese is cheesy.
No, I agree.
So
I agree. Everything about it. It's
very good. These guys, I do find like sometimes they're saltier depending on the topping. I don't find the sausage should be salty.
No.
But I think it's good. So
yep.
Check it out if you guys want. Good deal, I guess. Yep. Check out Let's Catch My Mash, link in the description. They have fun over there. They do whiskey reviews. If that's something you can go check it out.
There you go. That being said, keep your suggestions coming. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video.